friends. This is Isabel, your life coach, and I'm here to stretch your mind to see what's possible in your life and to get you one step closer to achieve it. So, last week we talked about spring cleaning of our mind, and I explained the difference between the circumstances in our life and our thoughts. And if you didn't listen to that one, go back one week, and that's the basis for today's little video. And today I want to talk a little bit about what is the result of the thoughts that we have about the circumstances, and that is our actions, our feelings, our actions, and our results. So, again, for a little review of circumstances, something that everybody agrees on. It's a number, it's something somebody said, a quote. Um, for example, the temperature outside, the car brand, the number on your scale, the money in your bank account, the house you live in, the fact that you have a spouse or that you're single, and that you have a boss or a teenage child. Those are the facts, right? And then whatever we think about those things is what causes our feelings. And I'm just going to read the definition quickly that I took from Webster's Dictionary. Feelings is one of the basic physical senses of which the skin contains the chief organs and of which the sensations of touch and temperature are characteristic. So that's a little bit complicated and drawn out. Another one was an emotional state or reaction, and that's very simple, and we'll get to reactions. And somebody else explained it as the physical sensation in your body. Okay? It's and when you take that definition, it really is just that, a physical sensation in your body. It's not loaded with all the drama we give it. Like when we're sad or when we're angry or feeling overlooked or happy. It's really, if you just see it as a sensation in your body, then you can allow it, and it's not as scary, it's not as big as we make it to be, and we can process it. And I trust me, like I believe God made our bodies in such a beautiful way that we can process every emotion. Okay, some stronger, some less in strength, some last longer, some shorter, but the more we push it away, it's almost a guarantee that the bigger it will get. It'll just never go away. So, um, if we go with feelings being a sensation in our body, right? Those feelings cause actions. And remember, the feelings, the sensations are caused by your thinking, right? So just remember, it's that is in our control. Often we think, oh, my boss said this to me and that made me so upset. Or the way my teenager rolled their eyes at me, I'm like, oh, they're so disrespectful. I'm just so mad, so disappointed. Or, um, oh, this house we live in is just getting too small for a family, and I feel terrible about it, and we just need to look for a better house. I guarantee you, it's not the house, it's not the child, it's not the boss. It's the thinking, right, about those things. So the actions we take are based on those feelings, and those, as I said, are not as scary when you just allow them, right? Even anxious feelings, right? I've helped some clients go through some mild anxiety. I've helped clients get to a sensation of joy. That's beautiful, right? Or feeling more confident. Those are all things that we can learn. Okay? So often when we have these thoughts, these stories about our circumstances, our feelings that cause the action could actually be also an inaction, and I'll explain that, or a reaction, right? So the reactive part is what we want to be aware of and what we want to work on, okay? And basically, those actions are showing us the way we present ourselves to the world, right? Am I showing up confident? Am I showing up fearful? Am I showing up loving? Am I showing up hateful? I mean, right now we see all kinds. I mean, we always see all kinds, but I feel like in the last year it brought out what we're really made of. You know what I mean? And we are usually good at reading other people's feelings, right? And I want to take it back to you, like learn how to read yourself, and that's the best place to be. Once you learn how to read your own emotions and you trace them back to your thinking and to the circumstances, then you can sit with that and be aware of that and wiggle it and change it if you want to. That's next week. How we can change it. So, for example, the feeling, let's say you really, really want to feel um, better and you think you feel better after you lose the weight, right? Um, we can all understand this example because we've all been at a place where we wanted to lose a few pounds. Even this month, I'm in a group where I was gifted a membership for a month, and my goal is to lose a few pounds this month with exercise and good nutrition, okay, and good thinking. So the goal that you're reaching for might not be the number on the scale. Hope you follow me. The goal you're reaching for might not be the number on the scale, but the feeling it gives you. So let's say I am at that ideal weight. Is that ideal weight gonna make me feel good? What's the feeling that I really want? So if you think of that, let's go to the examples, right? The car brand. If you want another car, what's the feeling you're really after? The number on the scale, the example I just mentioned, what's the feeling you really desire? When you think of your child, what's the feeling you really desire? Okay? The house you live in, what's the feeling you desire to have in this house? The spouse you're married to, what's the feeling you desire towards that spouse? And the boss, right? Whatever that relationship is, what is the feeling you desire? And once you take some time and think about that, then you can again be aware of that end feeling that you desire, because that is what's driving you. Okay? It's not a different boss, a different spouse, a different child, different house, different car, different weather, different traffic. It's not it. If you think about how you tie that feeling to that end result that you're wanting. Okay? So let's go through a few examples. Let me look at my notes quick. Okay. Um, so let's say you have a lot of laundry, or you just have laundry. Maybe it's just you and your spouse, or you alone, and the circumstance is laundry. You have laundry. Okay. You could be thinking, my life is overwhelming, all this laundry. Could be a thought. This laundry is always there, it's never going away. And the feeling that causes is overwhelm and exhaustion. And with that, you actually cause an inaction, right? You don't do anything. You just turn around and walk out of the room, wherever you store the laundry. And then the result you get is that the laundry piles up. And it just magnifies the feeling of overwhelm and exhaustion. Okay? So that's one example. Um, let's say the uh, the amount of money in your bank account, your thought could be, I'm so irresponsible, I spent too much last month. And then your feeling is, I'm so worried, I feel worried and ashamed. And the action could be, when you feel that, when you feel worried and ashamed, your action could be that you don't look at the bank account, right? It's too painful. And the result is you might actually overdraw your bank account. And it's just keeping you in that cycle. Okay? Let's say your teen or your spouse didn't clean up. Okay, that's another circumstance. And your thought is, oh gosh, why can't they ever help me? Or why can't they help out more? Right? They don't care about me. Could be your thought. Heard it before, felt it before. Then your feeling towards them is resentment. You feel resentful. The action after feeling resentful is you become cold and distant toward child or spouse, right? Remember, it's caused by your feelings, caused by that thought. Why can't they ever help me? And then um, the result is really they don't want to help you out. The husband or the child don't want to be around you when you're feeling, when you're acting cold and distant. They feel that resentment, so they don't want to be around and help you. So again, you magnify that feeling and that circumstance. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna leave you hanging like this, but I'm gonna talk about um, the results next week because I want to keep these videos nice and short. So today was about the feeling that's caused by the thought, that we think about the circumstance, and the feelings are just vibrations. Just want you to hear that those feelings are just vibrations and you can feel them and process them. And those feelings cause actions or reactions, or inactions. Okay, and just be aware of that this week. And if you need help working through some of those circumstances and the story you tell yourself about them, and the actions you have, and finding that whole sequence, message me. I would love to walk you through that and help you along with that. Okay, so next week is about the results all this causes, and if you don't like the results, how we can change it. But stay tuned till next week. Until then, you're loved, deeply loved, loved beyond measure. See you next week, all. Bye bye.